Real estate investing with no money or credit. It all started about a week ago. And I'll be honest, I just put a post out on my Facebook in regards to, hey everyone, accelerating my real estate investing, learning to acquire properties without money or credit. Wish me luck. So if you see that post on my Facebook, wish me luck. Because that's what we're going to talk about today. Kind of the story behind this whole billionaire plan that's getting ready to evolve right before my eyes. I'm going to share with you how I got there, what's the steps in getting there, in real estate investing with no money or credit. We're on Wednesday in the billionaire real estate billionaire building billionaire brands with digital real estate kindness and knowledge. And as you know, today is wealth and health, mental health wellness protection Wednesday. Now, we could talk about health insurance, we can talk about life insurance, we can talk about business insurance, but we're going to talk about the most important thing in regards to you is your mindset insurance and understanding what you can and cannot do. If you're able to find an opportunity like I did about a week ago in regards to a learning path that's launching you for success, to be able to honestly begin your real estate investing education with a foundation with millionaires and billionaires. And then actually, I wanted to kind of tell the story because when you start something, you want to be able to people to have clarity, transparency, and honestly, just the steps in regards to it. So it all started about a week ago. About a week ago, I'll be honest and let you know that with Smile Don't Blink Photo Booth, Unika Gaines and Adrian Mays were talking about how to actually book more appointments. And so we're taking a look at, Unika shared with me about the opportunities that's available on Eventbrite. So I went on Eventbrite and scheduled and set up something for Smile Don't Blink Photo Booth and was able to search different events and start to build a mindset. I have a Project 45 mindset. So meaning I wanted to do 45, and then I started doing 20 per day, but on a consistent basis, reaching out to different companies. And as you can see my log here, because I want to be transparent on how we got to this real estate investing with no money or credit opportunity. And so since September the 28th, we started just in Eventbrite at first I wanted to have a zealous goal of 45 and then, calming that down to about 20 a day. And then once I realized how zealous that was, and talking to Unika, like we have to diversify because it does take time in regards to going into Eventbrite and being able to reach out to these different business owners as well as people having events right here in black and white. So what I did was I was making sure focused. It took me hours to go through this Eventbrite, but when I was doing this on October 2nd, something caught my eye. And this is what the advertisement that caught my eye. It said, we create real estate investors, acquire knowledge, save smart, earn more money, build your empire, and leave a legacy. Now, Unika Gaines and Adrian Mays, we want to have the photo booth all over, not just Detroit, Michigan, being the best photo booth rental company in the state, but around the world. I mean, being able to travel and provide all this information. And as you all know, we are building our billionaire brand with digital real estate. But the one key thing I always say is it's not about how much money you make, it's how much money you keep. So it piqued my interest when I saw this on Eventbrite and I scheduled the appointment on October the 2nd. And then what ended up happening was taking me to a whirlwind of opportunity. And that's what led me into where I am now in regards to just the opportunity, seeing that this amazing team and Scooty and Jerry has introduced me with warm arms and open, and Nancy this morning just with the welcoming, with the affirmations, with opportunity. But the key thing within this whole thing that I've noticed is the number one real estate that we all have in regards to investing with no money or credit is between your ears. I've been saying it live every day with the actual opportunities with Rich Dad, Poor Dad and education, and wanting to talk about cash flow and how to get out of the rat race, and thinking that, I was going to go live and show, play the game with people to be able to show them how they can get out of the rat race and being able to provide opportunities for themselves. But right before my eyes, as I'm trying to book Smile Don't Blink photo booth events, the opportunity was right before me. And in regards to how to actually build this billionaire brand. So too many people, honestly, my friends, are focused on money and not on the greatest wealth That's their education. I talked about it live yesterday, went through a whole live scenario, and it was so crazy. Today, I noticed that the live was on mute. And when I noticed it was on mute, and like earlier, I went through 3 times going live, trying to let people know about the beneficial ownership information report. 3 times I went frustrated because it took time, as I had a plan when I woke up this morning in regards to what to get done. And time is your most value, but too many people are focused on money and not on their greatest wealth, which is their education. So I stood in a day, I stood in my own stance in regards to knowing that God's got a plan within this. And so what ended up happening, I was flexible, I was open-minded, I was frustrated beyond bear, but at the same time, to grow richer and richer despite tough changes, you got to keep going. And so I did. I kept going. And so what ended up doing, I ended up talking to Jerry at around 2 o'clock here Eastern Standard Time today. He introduced me so amazingly to the Row team, as Scooty Rowe and Nancy Rowe are just amazing in regards to their trainings, but having everything laid out in regards to how and what and when and where to get things done in regards to reaching your brand. Just with the educational part that actually stood out to me was, the opportunity to not just make money in regards to real estate, but educating yourself and taking action. And so that's one thing Adrienne Mays doesn't have a problem in doing, because again, when I sent Enika Gaines a text message earlier today, I told her that we're going to take a different approach in regards to how we're going to reach out for Smile Don't Blink photo booth. Now, in regards to time being a main of essence, and Eventbrite having all different type of events available for you to actually look and actually have opportunities, but the time factor. And so just how the day evolved in regards to getting done, and we go live every day at 4 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Eventbrite is an amazing platform to utilize to actually help people that want to have a community of like minds like you. Everybody is not going to want to do anything. If I haven't learned anything over this journey of this billionaire brand, what I've learned more than anything, that people are not going to do what you're going to do. But one thing that stands out is intelligence solves problems and produces money. Money without financial intelligence, money is soon gone. And if you understand that concept and know that God has you exactly where you're supposed to be at the moments that you are, then you embrace the moments, you get through the grit through the actual pain and frustrating things, and understand that you're wanting to create generational wealth. It's all on you. So the growth and opportunity, just talking, like I said, if you look at my page at Adrienne Mays on Facebook, on YouTube, on LinkedIn, on these pages, you'll see me talking about how to avoid fines of up to $500 per day for that beneficial ownership information report. But what you don't know is, if you really want to be rich, you got to be financially literate. And so reading Rich Dad, Poor Dad with Billionaire, Robert Kiyosaki, understanding the cash flow game in regards to how to get out of the rat race. And then that leads me to an opportunity that uses a smart system that I understand, because I've been in the digital real estate game and understanding the growth of automation and AI and text messages and emails and how you sell through those things when you can be anywhere in the world. Jerry's actually lives in New Jersey. I'm in Detroit, Michigan, and Scooty's in Chicago, Illinois. So just understanding that you can educate yourself on getting there, but you have to build the strong financial foundation, and that takes education. Rich people acquire assets. The poor and middle class, they acquire liabilities that they think are assets. So what the difference is in regards to what level you want to be at, you have to remember rule number 1. You must know the difference between an asset and a liability to get into any type of opportunity. You'll miss the opportunities are going to pass you by. So I'm just thankful in regards to just the real estate investing, the opportunity with no money or credit. The money right here, my friends, is right between your ears. And understanding how you get there is consistently being a focal point on knowing what an asset is, acquire them, and you have to get the education, and then you'll be rich. It's not going to be an easy process, but assets put money in your pocket, and a liability takes money out of your pocket. So the amazing trainings that I've been through the last couple of days with real estate investing with Scooty in regards to velocity banking, in regards to having compensation for marketing, in regards to actually understanding the tax plans of how you can spend less than 8% in savings and income taxes, like some different things I even shared with Unica Gaines, the tax extraordinaire, to be able to let people know it's not the numbers, but what the numbers are telling you. And as long as we continue to grow our brand with understanding and helping other people, money will come. It's understanding the words and the story, what they're saying. It's not just looking at the opportunity and just passing it by. But if you really want to be rich, you really got to really understand and read and understand the numbers. If you take a look at my live a couple of days ago, I showed you the first real estate property I had in regards to 2008, the investment in River Rouge, Michigan, and how that actually went. It didn't go like I wanted it to go. And that was 16 years ago. And then even in 2016, working for one of the billionaire mortgage brokers in the world. And the respect level being there and still fighting and grinding through. And then you have 2021 with Being the Change LLC being created as a mortgage brokerage after COVID and enhancing with that opportunity, going through the digital real estate dream that I've been going through over the last 3 years and coming here. So it's understanding that, again, the illiterate of the 21st century would not be those who cannot read and write. It's going to be those that cannot learn, unlearn, and relearn. I say that again. Those that cannot read and write, no, that's not going to be the problem. It's those that can't learn, unlearn, and relearn. When I tell you that's the story of my life, I wanted to make sure I did my live at 4 p.m. Eastern Standard Time to understand that this mindset mentally, you have to know where you want to go. It's not just about the money, but it's about the money at the same time. But when you look in regards to investing in you, that's the best thing that you can do as a person. You can't buy your time back. You can't buy things that you've done in the past wrong. You can beat yourself up in regards to things that you messed up on, or you can take action. He focuses on the ADA principle, and that was right where I was before I had to jump on my live in regards to getting the attention and attracting those that actually understand, and then getting interest. People that want to get out of the rat race. It's not for everybody. Understood. You might want the 9 to 5 might be for you, and then the desire. The desire is wanting to fail 3 times, 30 times, 300 times. And as Unica always says, you got to go with me 1 yes and 100 no's. But then you have the A and you take an action. You take action right now. What will happen? You have no idea. But if you don't do it, you don't know. So Adrian Mays, day 151 in the billionaire journey, real estate investing with no money or credit. We're going to see where it goes. I'm going to be able to give you more information in regards to the next steps of the process. But again, if you don't actually take advantage of the main real estate that you have right now, forget houses. I don't care if it's online, if it's digital real estate, physical real estate. But the key thing is the real estate right here between your ears. The most valuable real estate right before your ears is you, your mindset, and making sure you have the growth plan that's best for you. Hopefully you're able to get some value out of this video here today. Don't give up on your vision. Don't give up on your dreams. And again, if you need help in regards to anything being the change, we're here for you. And we have to leave your comments in regards to what actually is something that you can actually do for your real estate investing education. Adrian Mays is getting started. And it starts now. Your real estate is you. So I make sure that you leave a comment below, and here's the actual website for, Meaning the Change, because we care. Your financial education matters every single day. You know how we do. I can, I will, I must. What up, Detroit Tigers? Let's go. Deuces.